Drum rolls, please.
Match of the week.
Yes, match of the week. We are going to discuss.
Man U versus Arsenal at Old Trafford.
The Devils versus the Gunners.
Yes, 8 versus 4.
You should be reminded about the 8-2 lah.
Yeah? 8-2 eh?
Yeah, 8-2.
I forgot lah.
You got-
How many
forgot.
seasons ago was that?
Storyteller
How many
ni.
seasons ago was
Start
that?
already.
It's okay, it's okay.
Three
It's
seasons
start
ago?
already.
It's okay, it's okay.
3 seasons before Emery, right? No, before
Guys,
Emery, come on.
guys.
No, I think don't talk about 8-3.
Okay.
Now is the time whereby who should we blame in Manchester United? What is now Manchester United's situation, right?
Yeah.
Who should we blame?
Yep.
Right? Is it Ole? Is it the players? Or is it the owners or the back room? Because Arsenal we enjoy blaming.
I have.
Arsenal.
Arsenal enjoy blaming.
Yes.
So
Arsenal fan TV, shout out to you.
I mean, honestly, most United fans by now would have really made their mind up when it comes to who's been the real blame for all this, because we've had 6 years since Sir Alex left the club.
6 years.
6 years.
Yep.
6 years of so-called rebuilding,
Yeah.
but nothing has stuck with the club. We've not been successful. I mean, despite in that 6 years we have won trophies.
Mhm.
You know, we've still won the EFL, FA, we have won Europa, all that crap. But you know, it's still not convincing enough, right? Because in that same period, Liverpool has not won anything,
Yeah.
but we have won anything, statistically, factually speaking.
Yeah.
But you know, it's still not good enough. But in
We
this
let them,
season,
we let them.
in this season, it is very clear now. It's extremely clear. In fact, last season it was already showing when Jose wanted a centre back, when when he asked the board to sanction, Toby Wilder, what's his name?
Alderweireld.
Alderweireld?
Yeah.
Viral or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his name right now. Good that I cannot pronounce his name because he's not there. and then of course I think they were also looking to buy Harry Maguire quite early last few seasons. In fact, he was
We still got him.
Yeah. So eventually got him at a premium price.
Yeah.
The blame is all down to the board, and especially that one man called Ed Woodward. For me, he's like a Woodbridge guy lah, because he belongs.
So
there.
he's part of the board, or he's the chairman.
He's the
He's
vice chairman or something, vice executive chairman. Because the chairman is, I think it's still David Gill, but he's heading the FA, English FA.
Okay.
So he's not in that board yet. So this guy apparently is a commercial guy. He has nothing to do with football.
He knows nothing about football lah, basically.
Zero.
And he's the one in charge of the
He's
buying of
basically-
players, right? He's like a
Correct.
director, right? Football director also.
He's doing that buying of the players at the same time when he's also doing the transactions between like commercial deals, right? Sponsorship, money coming in and out, TV deals and all that kind of thing. But that's the thing. This guy has zero football knowledge or history behind his decisions. So he just goes out and picks guys who he thinks is good enough for the team. I feel.
So when did he come in?
I think he came
That's quite some time already.
around because Sir Alex, when he left, David Gill, the previous chairman, was also departing at the same time to the FA. So I think here about then he had just gone on to take
5-6
over.
years lah.
Yeah.
Okay. My shout out to Dr. Stefan, my chiropractor. He was saying
Shout
that it's the back team.
Yeah.
You know why De Gea became lousy is because I think they changed the
Trainer.
goalkeeper coach.
Yeah.
And they kind of like, okay, we don't need you anymore. When actually he's really good and he learned Spanish just to teach De Gea all these skills.
Right,
you know,
right.
so it's
I mean-
all this behind the scenes.
The backroom staff lah,
Backroom
basically.
staff,
lah.
Correct. I mean,
The trainers
like
and
like
the
what
staff.
like what you could also say it happened during the Moyes era, right? Because when Sir Alex left, he had specifically told David Moyes to retain his back room. Because you come in, but you take over my back room. So you don't fire Rene. Then he had Mike Phelan was still around, and then of course like.
But
all the-
Moyes brought his
But
own.
he brought his own people
Yeah.
from Everton.
Yeah.
So then he
Yeah.
screwed up the whole soup lah, basically.
Mm.
Then he came on to add new ingredients, and then
But that's the thing. To me, right? If you relinquish your position
Yeah.
to if I'm the person now, if I'm a coach, I'm supposed to take over a team, right? I'm supposed to have my own backroom staff which I trust. Why would I work with somebody that I don't really know how?
Okay.
And then after that, these guys may one day
Yeah.
turn on me
Yeah.
or you know.
I mean, I beg to differ. I get what you mean. It's all about your proving your own self worth, right?
Yeah,
Because you are coming.
it's not about putting your worth because backroom staff is actually a team by themselves.
Correct.
Like how Klopp and his backroom staff is actually like a team, right?
Yeah.
They work behind the
Yeah.
scenes, make sure everything goes well.
Yeah.
So if I'm already working very well in Everton,
Yeah.
I'm not really very well because he's there or not here nor there
Yeah,
also lah.
yeah.
But if I have been having a good relationship with these people,
Yeah.
they tell me the true stats and all
Yeah.
that. Who needs this, who needs that.
Yeah.
I bring them together.
Yeah.
Everything will be smooth.
You see, that's your point of view.
Yeah.
But from my point of view, I mean, and it could only be this because you are taking over a team that just won the championship that season. Okay,
The
so
league,
Alex,
the league.
so Alex let go a team that actually won the league. So you have the same players and you have the same staff. So all he had asked you to do is take over this and bring in your instincts to run this same team, right?
Okay.
So he could have just done that because you have the legendary Sir Alex handing over his team to you, right? It itself comes with a great responsibility. For me, is him bringing his own coach just shows that first of all he has no interest in learning that United's history, because if you retain the original staff,
It goes all the way down to history.
yeah, correct. I mean,
I'm a bit
I don't know if you
skeptical about his
noticed-
points here actually.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. I don't know if you notice from some United interviews, they always passionately talk about having the same cleaners, having the same receptionists.
He changed the cleaners also.
same cooks.
Okay, yeah.
So
Nutritionists and all that lah.
it's actually a very close knitted staff back room, right?
Yeah.
Even down to the cleaner, kit manager and all that.
Okay.
But then when Moyes came, he imposed too many changes. They disrupted the whole harmony of that in the inside workings of the club.
Okay.
So like for example, I think I read somewhere where he imposed the first 11 not to mix with, or rather the academy players not to mix
With the
around
first
in the first 11 when they're in the canteen.
Okay.
But when in Sir Alex Ferguson time, it was not a rule. So everybody can actually sit at one table and eat. You know, Pogba can be like first team, and then academy player can go up to him and have a chat and just makan.
I think it was a decision made by Moyes.
Yeah.
It didn't turn out well.
Yeah.
You know, it just didn't turn out because sometimes people bring in their staff,
Yeah.
their team. It
Yeah.
does work out well,
Yeah.
and then people say, okay,
Yeah.
we are happy that there's a change.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work out with Moyes.
Like for
It
me,
didn't work out.
at this
It's an
moment,
experiment that doesn't work for him lah.
For me,
Yeah.
like now that if you pose this question to me, everything is okay now. Like I feel confident of the manager because he is true and true a red devil himself, who's gone on with the regime of Sir Alex, have been successful with Sir Alex. He knows what it takes to be successful. So he's there, and then you have Michael Carrick as his number 2 or / number 3 if you talk about Mike Phelan. Mike Phelan being an ex-United man himself, and then of course being in the same regime as Sir Alex. So you got 2 right-hand men who are also red, you know, true reds. I mean, everything is there. Now all he needs to be backed with is the money, the right investment, and then of course Ed Woodworth hiring someone like a technical director or
Okay, that comes down to my next point, right? The transfer window doesn't come until January.
Yeah.
And as they say, January window is usually crap
Yeah.
because players are always more
Overpriced,
expensive and
yeah.
overpriced and all
No.
that.
Yep.
So now, if you were the manager,
yeah.
what would you do from now until
I mean,
whenever, you know?
You see, you've mentioned that during January windows, usually you get like overpriced players or sub quality players, right?
Yeah.
It's always like
Now you already have one overpriced player.
In?
Maguire?
We've yet to see. We've yet to see. It's debatable.
Games, right?
It's debatable. He's still.
Let them fight.
No. I mean, like I said, it's the same situation you have with Nicolas Pepe, right?
Yeah. No, what?
Are you,
Actually, if you
are you saying that he has already proved his worth?
let the neutral judge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let the neutral judge. I think for what he's worth, Nicolas Pepe against Harry Maguire, Nicolas Pepe is performing much better in terms of.
Okay, hang on. First of all, okay, wait. I gotta admit, it is not a fair comparison because Pepe is a winger.
Okay, you want to compare?
defender.
Let's compare Van Dijk and Harry Maguire.
No, now you're talking about these two
Defender.
teams, right?
No,
Yeah, what you want to bring in your
because you
Why-
say
why-
not fair because attacker against defender,
No,
right? So
he's
compare defender,
he's
lah.
saying that we already have one expensive player.
yeah.
Okay, being an Arsenal fan, I agree with you. Harry Maguire is really an expensive player who's not worth the money. I get it.
Oh, you
Okay
agree?
lah,
Let me say okay, finish it. He agree. He agree that it's not worth the money.
If you were the manager,
No, but wait.
what else would you do?
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
so
let's talk about Maguire.
okay. Maguire overpriced, but he can still show his worth. Okay, let's move on. Okay.
So what else would you change?
Now that
as a
if I were
manager?
to be the manager
Yeah.
in the upcoming months to come
Yeah.
to January, I would definitely buy one player and one player only, and at whatever price. I'm willing to pay that price.
What position? What
I'll
position?
buy James Maddison. That's all. That's
You
all.
buy this medicine.
I'll buy James Maddison.
You buy James Maddison.
Yeah, I'll buy James Maddison.
You will buy a midfielder when your defense
Midfielder,
actually-
he's basic. He can be a number 8 or a number 10, right?
okay. So
So that's where we are lacking in quality.
That central mid. You're saying that.
that
Okay.
play,
The playmaker lah,
that
playmaker.
playmaker come attacker role, because we've extended the contract for Mata, but obviously age is catching up on him.
Yeah.
He's not really the most physical player. He's a technical player. He can make. He can
he can replace De Gea.
Okay, but they would have let it go.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, you guys.
He got it.
Yeah, that's
He
why.
got it. Sorry.
I created a mess.
He saved it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's
So-
what you say.
Yeah, so I was saying, James Maddison, like I said, Mata is aging. He's not really that strong in the physical department.
Mm-hmm.
James Maddison, however, he himself is a tenacious player, and he can take the hits. Honestly, he can go down. He'll still be back. He can score long range goals, and he will be the right kind of complement for players like Rashford and Martial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just sitting behind these two, the front two, and complement. Because I feel like
So a more deep. That means if you buy James
he can
he's a bit
totally
deeper lah.
replace Jesse Lingard.
Okay.
Because Jesse Lingard is supposed to be that
Number
striker
10
and number 10. Yeah,
lah.
so he's totally out of my picture.
Number
lah.
10, false 9 lah.
False nine. He's the number 8/number 10.
Yeah.
So for me, it's James Maddison over Lingard. Take him away. Sell him.
And make the other club weaker.
I mean, if he were to go to a weaker club lah.
That's a good tactic, you know.
Yeah.
Smart.
But I mean, honestly,
Send them to Arsenal before this.
no, honestly, I feel like if Jesse Lingard were to go, right, I'll definitely feel like he will go overseas. He will not stay in England.
I don't think anyone wants him in England. Right?
Exactly, like proven he's
I
like 26-year-old, still prospect and all that. That
don't
tag
think
is
anything
hard to
wants
shake
him.
off.
Same as Walcott lah.
Yeah, never really shone.
But Walcott big games he proved
He did,
himself.
he did lah.
Big
He
games.
did, yeah,
He's
but-
a big game. He's a big game
yes.
player.
I mean, Walcott is
Lingard
he
is-
still can prove his worth, but Lingard is like, I don't know. He's just.
He's the weakest link lah to you now
I mean,
in the team.
okay, I don't hate him.
Yeah,
Right.
I never say you hate him.
Like,
just saying that.
like whenever he played, like certain games that we have won and he have really played well, right? Lingard really played well. Like, he has it, right? It's in him. But then, it's just his physicality. He's too skinny. He cannot take all the physical duels. I just feel like he's not that kind of player. Whereas James Maddison is a
He's-
much more
But he's
impactful player.
James Madison is
No,
skinnier.
for me, I feel like Madison is much more stronger.
Is it stronger?
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot
Lingard
more
is shorter.
In terms of
Yeah.
physique, yeah,
Physique.
Jesse Lingard is much shorter and skinnier.
But if let's say compare JC Lingard with a current player that you have Daniel James is smaller than him, but so far Daniel
But-
James is performing very well.
Daniel James is a winger, right? Out and out winger. Well, Jesse Lingard is supposed to be number 8,
Center.
but then he's not the one that making the play. Like he's expected to make the play, but he's not. He's just basically distributing the balls. Like he's not dictating the play. Like okay, you have Wijnaldum in Liverpool, right? He dictates the game. You have Jordan Anderson who dictates the game. You have all these central midfielders who can sit back and read the game and then do that thing. Jesse Lingard is supposed to be that guy, but he's not. He's just a distributor. He's just. Why would I need a player to just pass the ball to sideways? You know what I mean? I need you to create the position. Like Wijnaldum can create his own goal, right? I've seen certain games where he can create his own goals.
Not really lah. Yeah, because our style of play is not that kind of style.
Correct,
But
but
He draws the players lah.
Correct. He's able to
he
take
holds the
that
ball.
heat.
He holds the ball very well.
Correct.
The people who
Jesse Lingard is supposed to be that guy, but he's not doing it. He's just a
Really?
distributor. He just passes the ball sideways.
Okay,
He
okay.
takes the ball, he sideways. Run, sideways. That's
Okay,
it.
so if you're a Manchester United fan, if you are the manager, what would you do to rectify the current situation right now? As well as who would you blame actually for Manchester United's current situation and their position at the
I just
eighth?
have one thing to say.
What's that?
If you were to say Ole out, then you're not a true fan. You're not seeing it.
You cannot say
Okay,
that.
if you say Ole out, put your reasons.
Yeah, justify it. But I mean, for me, you know, we're in this show and I get to speak. I would
Yeah.
say you're not seeing the whole picture yet.
Ole out, Ole out.